Hey, what's up you guys, it's Connor, and today I'm going to do a book haul for you. I have not bought any books since December time, so yeah, I'm really excited. I kind of went a little crazy. I have a lot of books to show you. The picture in the thumbnail is only half of them. The other half I'm probably going to do in another video. They're right here, so they're waiting to be unwrapped and everything, so I'll post those soon. But I'm just going to do the ones that are already unwrapped and unpackaged and all of that. I'm sweating right now. Let's just jump into it. The first book that I got is The Brightest Night, which is the 5th book in the Wings of Fire series by Tui T. Sutherland. This series follows a group of 5 dragonettes as they travel around the world and try to stop a huge civil war that's happening in this dragon world. It's a really fun middle grade series that is super violent, so if you're into stuff like that, I highly suggest this series. I'm so excited to read this book. I know there's a 6th and a 7th one out, so it's kind of a longer series, but it's really good. I really like it. The next book that I got, I ordered from BrandonSanderson.com because you can get all of the books from that website and you can get them signed, which is nice, but I was having a hard time finding this in a physical format because I'm not a huge e-reader, and it is The Emperor's Soul by Brandon Sanderson. This is a novella that takes place in the same world as Elantris, and it's just so good. I've already read it. I really liked it. It's about this girl named Shay who is a forger, and basically forgers, using symbols and glyphs and such, they can rewrite an object's history, and so it's her job to rewrite the history of the Emperor, and yeah, so it's just really good. It has really good messages, like the worth of someone's history and their motivations and everything like that. I just really loved it, and I gave it 5 stars, so I highly suggest this novella. I'm not a huge novella person either, so I wasn't like, I don't know, I'm not qualified, I guess, to really talk about novellas too much, but yeah, it is really good. Let me find the signature, and it's signed, so bam. My brother's right there, and he pointed out that my sister's name is Shay, so it was exciting to read a book with her name in it. Okay, so the next 2 books that I got from the book outlet because I saw some books there and I didn't want them to get sold out, so I just went ahead and bought them because I want to read them. I'm sweating. The first book that I got is Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. This is the first book in the Ender's Game quartet cycle. I don't really know. I think it's 4 books though, so whatever word they use for that, that's what it is. This is a science fiction novel about a boy who is a super genius and he goes into space and he plays a huge role in this war that's happening. And yeah, I watched the movie and I really enjoyed the movie, so I really want to read the book. And yeah, if I really enjoy it, then I'll continue along and read some more Orson Scott Card. The second book that I got from Book Outlet is Dangerous Women, edited by George R. R. Martin. This is an anthology of short stories by different fantasy authors like Jim Butcher, Diana Gabaldon, I don't know how you pronounce it, Lev Grossman, Sherilyn Kenyon, Brandon Sanderson, etc., etc. These all are stories about women in dangerous situations or who are dangerous themselves, and they just are crazy and awesome, and it's really fun to read. I read the Brandon Sanderson novella in here, which is called Shadows for Silence in a Forest of Hell, and it was really fun. So I'm excited to read the rest of these novellas. The next books that I got, I ordered from Amazon with the like third-party people, the used books and stuff, because they were like cents each, like 30 cents and stuff like that, so I really only paid for shipping, so it was really exciting to get books and I love them. So yeah, the first book that I got I already read, and that is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me and Other Concerns by Minnie Kaling. I love Minnie Kaling. I loved this book. She is so funny, she's so inspirational, she is just so great. This book is mainly written for girls because she addresses girls at the very beginning of it, but you can definitely read it if you're a boy and get some stuff out of it, because a lot of the things that she writes about are just things in general that people do and people have experiences with, and it's really awesome. You get to learn a lot about her history into getting into acting and comedy and stuff like that. This book I did pay full price for because I really wanted a nice edition for it, and I'm really excited for it, and it is The Wise Man's Fear by Patrick Rothfuss. This is the second book in the King Killer Chronicle. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, I read the first book at the very end of last year, it's right there, and I'm just so excited to continue the story about Kavoth. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say any fantasy names ever in the world. I think I want to read this maybe in 2 months, maybe next month, but it'll definitely get read very soon, and then I'll get the novella and everything and just have lots of fun. I'm sweating so bad right now. The next book that I got is The Heir of Novron by Michael J. Sullivan. This is the third bind-up in the Rhaeria Revelation series, which is books 5 and 6. This series follows a mercenary and an assassin as they go on their quests and all their adventures, and it's just so great. I love them. It has a lot of fantasy tropes in it, like elves and stuff, but they're really done really well, and I just love this series so much. I gave the first book 4 stars and the second book 5 stars when I read them, so I'm really hoping that this book is another 5-star book. The next book that I got is the first book in the Malazan Book of the Fallen series, which is Gardens of the Moon by Steven Erikson. I have been wanting to read the series for a while. I've heard really great things from Chris and Sarah and some other people, so I'm really excited to get to it. And I really wanted the older editions, the ones with the really cheesy fantasy covers, because I really appreciate those a lot. So yeah, I will get to it soon. I heard it's kind of confusing for the first book or two, but I am okay with that. And yeah, I'm just gonna do it. The second to last book that I'm going to be showing in this book haul is Alcatraz versus the Knights of Crystalia by Brandon Sanderson. This is the third book, shiny, in the Alcatraz series, and these books are seriously the funniest middle grade books ever. This book follows a boy named Alcatraz Smedry, and he has a superpower which is to break things, but he uses it in a really cool way. This book is really sarcastic and funny and just amazing. I ordered this book used off of Amazon, and it's an ex-library book, so like it has the stamp and stuff on it, which is really funny if you know the series, because librarians are evil in the series, so it's funny that this book came from a library, and so did my copy of the first one, but it's hidden behind The Heir of Novron. If you are wanting to get into this series, I would suggest waiting to buy the books because they are coming out. Tor, I think, is republishing the books in a new format, and they're coming out with illustrated books, which is amazing. I've looked at some of the illustrations. They are so good, and I'm going to end up rebuying the books in that edition as well, just because I love Brandon Sanderson. I'm going to have both editions, but because I love the series so much, but I'm really excited to have it, and I can continue the story. And the last book that I'm going to show you is Old Man's War by John Scalzi. This is the first book in the Old Man's War series. This is his big science fiction series that he's been writing for a while. I'm not sure how many books are out. I think there's 5 out. So I'm very just looking forward to getting into this world. John Scalzi is a super hilarious science fiction writer, and I've loved 2 of his books I've read, Fuzzy Nation and Red Shirts, and they were both amazing. It follows a man named Perry, I think, John Perry, and once you turn a certain age, once you turn retiring age, you are allowed to go into the army, and there are all these rumors that if you go into the army, they have all these things that they can do to make you feel younger or live longer or physically augment yourself. So he decides that he is going to go into the army after his wife dies, and it just follows his adventures, and I just am very excited for it. Gotta show off my bicep. So these are the books that I'm going to be showing in this book haul. Look forward to my next book haul, which is all the unboxings. And let me know which books I should start off with first. And if you have any suggestions on other books that are similar to these, and just talk to me in the comments or something. I love comments. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! By 2ET Sutherland. Let's just restart. Is the... die. The Sutherland, this is the first book in the Wings, or what? Oh my goodness. Okay, restarting again. And the last book that I'm going to show in this book haul is Old Man's War by, shit.